Hello, my name is Michael, and I have a problem with guitar reviews. Sometime over the past year, I stopped caring about sound samples in guitar review videos. Whether it was for a new pickup or a new guitar entirely, I noticed some issues. When a new piece of gear comes out, we're all curious about how it sounds. But when it comes to electric guitars, unless the manufacturer has actually created a new pickup design, or placed the pickup in unique positions or orientations, guitars with the same pickup configuration and similar specifications will generally sound pretty much the same. Not only do the same pickup configurations sound pretty much the same, but what you hear in a guitar demo is completely dependent on what other equipment the reviewer is using. You're not hearing the guitar or the pickups, you're hearing the person's choice of amp, speaker, microphone, etc., and what kind of tone they prefer. For example, here's what someone's review of a guitar or pickup could sound like. But here's what it could also sound like. Or how about this? After hearing these examples, you tell me, what does this guitar actually sound like? Whatever tone you hear in a review video is irrelevant to you unless you use the exact same signal chain as them. Ideally, what you'd want from a guitar review is a download link for a direct recording of the guitar, so that you can run it through your own amp and hear what you would get if you were to buy that new guitar or pickup. Not everyone has the necessary equipment to do that though, so what's another option? A control. If every new guitar or pickup was compared to a control guitar, then we'd be able to know just how much of a difference the new guitar or pickup is actually making. A ranking system for all guitars and pickups reviewed by that person could be introduced so that we're not just relying on what they personally think they're hearing in the moment. Different categories like output and EQ could all center around the control guitar. Is the pickup louder? Great, put it above the control guitar on the output ranking. Does the reviewer perceive the new pickup to have less treble than the one in the control guitar when compared back to back? Great, rank it below the control guitar in the treble section. This would eliminate all of the jargon and buzzwords that the reviewer feels inclined to use to describe the tone of the guitar or pickup. Since they'd be comparing the same riff through the same signal chain, they would have removed themselves from how the instrument sounds acoustically and how the guitar resonates against their body. The recorded signal is all that matters because that's all anyone is going to hear on a recorded song or live performance. Speaking of acoustics though, I had the idea to record both a DI and the guitar acoustically with a microphone so that I could hear how the acoustic sound was impacting what I hear when I play guitar. I did this with 4 different guitars on the bridge pickup so that I could compare them. I used a Schecter Omen 6 with an Iron Gear Hot Slag, a custom-built Warmoth with an Iron Gear Dirty Torque, an Epiphone Les Paul Special 2 with the stock Epiphone pickup, and a Schecter C8 Deluxe with the DiMarzio ionizer. All guitars have the same D'Addario 9-42 gauge strings. They are not level matched, the gain on the interface was untouched, so you can hear how loud each pickup is compared to each other, and they're all running through the same signal chain. We'll run through the acoustic sounds, direct sounds, amplified sounds, and amplified sound mixed with the acoustic sound. Headphones or monitors are highly recommended. So there we go. I wanted to show the difference between what we hear in the room as players versus what's actually coming out of the amp. Since we have multiple guitars to compare, we have a reference of what each guitar is doing to the tone. This is why I believe that a control or reference is so important in sound demos. You can spout off as many adjectives as you want when we only have one guitar or one pickup to listen to by itself, but introduce a second or third, now we actually have some information to validate them. I don't feel that my own thoughts on the sound examples are important here, but I do want to hear from you. Give me your thoughts. What were the biggest differences? Were they as similar or different as you thought they'd be? Did the acoustic sound affect the amplified sound? Whatever you're thinking, tell me down in the comments section. There's also a link in the description for the DI tracks used in this video if you wish to download them and put them through your own setup. But there's just one more thing. There's something that I forgot to tell you. Remember that first guitar clip I used at the beginning of the video? You know, this one? Well, that wasn't one guitar. That was 3 different guitars stitched together into one clip. Did you notice?